Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Eagle defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The Broncos at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Nix to the air. This one swung out to Williams. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
To throw, here's Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Throwing Nix. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Mims. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now it's Nix. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Bust through the tackle. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. To throw is Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going. It's Nix. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass, but in this case with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. If you look at this Bronco defense, they enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve, because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate, drops it.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and what great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change?
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Okay, ready? Check. Ready?
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Let's go now.
Here's Nix. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Here's 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Broncos nothing.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got a 1st and 10 at their own 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year? A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Hurts sets up to throw it. They set up the screen to Hill. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
Hey, easy, 63.
A give up the gut to Hill. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. Buying time to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Going again on the ground here with Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. Incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
That's the score. Eagles 14, Broncos nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Right back to him on first down. To the 43, 2nd down. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Here we go, sack. Trap alert, go.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Sliding out of the pocket. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Chris Godwin. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. the Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. On their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. He may go. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing him down to the ground. On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well. You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. 1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Hubbard, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll run. This is Brown. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
Now a give. It's Hubbard going left.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
He'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the 2nd half will commence from the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Baron Browning. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Hey, 73, 73.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They go play action with Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. In motion, the tight end. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Got it. Ready? Go!
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Let's go now. Hey. Go.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Let's go. Take go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
On play action, here's Nix.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Here we go. Here we go. Go, Rick. Go. 79 Broncos.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one is right through. And that will tie things at 17 all. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he says, we're walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40.
82 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Back to throw. Nix.
He'll get that complete to Franklin.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
2nd down and 8. Nix to the air.
He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
DJ Jones
gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
On the option left, it's Hurts.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Nick Bonito
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Second and 7, operating from the 34. Off the play fake, Nix.
On the move to his left. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. If they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Williams running left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll go play action with Nix. Rolling to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
The time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Hurts. Connecting with Hill.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 60 yards.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Ready?
To throw, here's Nix.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Here's 1st down.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's what it's been like all game long. Everything just a fraction off. Remember, all they're doing here is looking to get into field goal range. But right now, that's a tall task with the way this defense is playing. And with time, a huge factor as well.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Broncos, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.